Hello everyone, happy Sunday. This is a general tarot reading and angel card reading. I'm going to start off with the angel cards first, do it the other way around this time, and then we will work on the tarot and then see what message comes out for you. Hope you've had a lovely weekend. I am sort of losing track of days a little bit, I don't know if you are, but yeah, no, it's all good, it's all good. So just as a reminder as to what's coming up this week, I think on Wednesday I'll be doing the Capricorn reading as their birthdays. And secondly, I do have my class being held on Tuesday. I've logged down the final numbers, but if you're still interested and still want to go, pop down that you're going on the event, and if you want to ask me any questions, and obviously you can message me. So one angel card has flown out, so that's really nice. I like that one. So I'm just going to pick another one and just see what... It's too many. And then just see what comes out. I've not even had my coffee this morning, so I feel quite perky considering. So the one that flew out was there's nothing to worry about. I like this imagery because it's just really peaceful. He's holding the dove. This is a proper guidance, everyone. So if there's something that's been on your mind, if there's a situation that's replaying in your head about how something's going to turn out, or if you're thinking about doing something and you're not worried and you're not sure, how it's going to turn out, this card is just here to say that there's nothing to worry about. You're safe. You're being looked after, basically. So look out for signs if you can. Obviously, this is a form of money on the floor, feathers, coins, you know, songs on the radio, that sort of stuff. And just sort of, if you can, try and channel your emotions as positive as possible. So if you do find you're worrying and you've got this whole replaying scenario in your head, see if you can take yourself out for a moment and just go for a 10-minute walk, write it all down, draw, doodle something, just so your mind is doing other stuff. Now, somebody did tell me actually that if you sing, your mind can't worry and sing at the same time. So if you want to bash out a ballad, I don't know, it's up to you, but if you want to humming is really, really good. And it's also quite relaxing as well. So the second card that came up was creative project. Now this is you here being all creative. This is something but I feel there may have been a lack of expression with your own soul a little bit. You may have felt like you've been very much in the rat race or doing the same thing, like in the daily grind. And there's some kind of fire within you that is really wanting to come out and be really creative. So this could be something that you've started and not finished, or just like a thought that you're thinking about doing. This could be like a new element in the job that you're doing, which would be asking you to be more creative. Anything like that, but it's a creative expression. So it could be music, it could be... you know, you being creative with your singing with there's nothing to worry about. You know, this could be a new career for you. But this card is basically saying that some sort of artistry will be coming into your life, some sort of development on a creative level. So if you're good at drawing, or if you're good at, like, you know, like I say, painting, doesn't have to be anything typically in the art form. It could be sort of going to sort of drama school, anything that's expression, anything that's creative. It looks like a project is going to be on its way to you. So whatever that is, either what, you know, whether it's you doing it yourself or somebody bringing it to you, this is a really nice start. And it's actually good to focus on something actually when we're at this time of the year. So we will now have a look at the tarot and then see what comes up. One. Two. Pick one more. You never know. Yeah, that's the second one. Bless me. Okay, one more for the general reading. Amazing. Oh, this is nice. Now at the bottom of the deck, there's the Death card, which is new beginnings, okay? So the first card, the strongest card, is the Six of Swords. Okay, so this is somebody in a boat moving forwards. You may have found recently that you're moving yourself away from choppy waters onto smoother ground. So that choppy waters could be a relationship, that choppy waters could be a job, something toxic or something that isn't serving you anymore. But it's almost like you had to go through it. You had to go through it in order for you to make that decision to take yourself away. Or on another note, this could be somebody that's gone away from you and you don't want that to happen and you've had to move forward, sort of thing. On another note, this could be somebody from overseas coming to you. So if you know somebody that's, you know, in a different country, they might be coming over. But it's a nice card to have in the sense that, you know, the worst of the mind is over now. The worst of the overthinking is over. So that there's nothing to worry about card would link to that. And it's just you're moving in the right direction with this card. But there might be some sort of isolation feeling, some sort of lonely feeling when this card comes up. But you are being directed, but you can't always see how you're being directed. It's just trusting the process, trusting the universe, and just knowing that you are headed in the right direction. You are not the one doing the sort of rowing or the paddling, whatever, but is doing it for you. Okay, so just enjoy yourself, just enjoy the fact that you can take this moment to assess all the negative energies that you still may be holding from a certain situation within you. There's a full moon in Cancer on Friday. I will be posting about that, and that is an amazing time to do some releasing, because we did actually have a full moon in Cancer in 2019, and on Friday there's also going to be an eclipse as well, so it's not going to be missed on an emotional level. But it's this is you, sort of, this is you here. Okay, but this is your guide, this is your subconscious, this is moving forwards, but you're not actually doing it yourself in your subconscious, sorry, in your conscious mind. It's just all happening organically. Don't question anything too much. If there is somebody you want to hear from that's overseas, I wouldn't over process it. I wouldn't overthink it. It will just seem to just happen organically, because the middle card is wonderful. It's the Empress. Okay, so this would be also linked to creative projects, because although she's a pregnant lady, yes, it can be pregnancy, but none of the cards surrounding it are showing conception here. So she is the pregnant lady, but the pregnancy in her tummy, that's the creation, that's the what's growing. So the creative project is growing within you. This could, you might feel like you want to write a book, you might feel like you want to just be so much more expressive than what you have been, because your experiences may have taken you to kind of lonely places in your mind, this, that and the other. But it's almost like now it's like the blossoming is coming out. The Empress is somebody that does not put herself lower than anybody else, because she knows her own worth. She knows that actually she's got all the goods. She's this maternal mother figure, and people are drawn to those kind of characters like a magnet anyway. So you may find that, you know, you'll be the people person, the person that people go to ask for advice, this, that and the other, because you've renewed yourself almost. But it wouldn't have come without, oh, overnight suddenly you're this, like, you know, the Empress character. It's because you've had to remove yourself either emotionally or physically from a situation that hasn't been serving you anymore. But it will all make sense in the end. If you really are finding you do want to be in this situation with a person or whatever it is for you, it might come around for you. But at the moment, you have to create yourself. You have to rebuild yourself, because you may have lost yourself in 2019 through trying to appease people, or through trying to figure out people, or through just not living your own truth, basically. And now it's time to move on from that, and now to be the Empress, and to own yourself. If you where you are now is where you're meant to be, basically, and it's like grow from there. Once you build your foundation, that's when all the good stuff comes in. Once you discover yourself again, basically, once you discover your talents, your mind, this is when all the stuff that should have happened before, which was put on hold because you lost yourself, is coming back in. Because next is the Two of Cups coming up here, which is reconciliation. So this person who's abroad, or the one you're thinking about, may look to come back in for a reconciliation with you. That may know it's 2 cups, so it's like a bit of communication. It could be, you know, somebody saying, oh, I'm actually back on this date now, or this, that and the other, or just some sort of message that comes in. But the 2 of Cups is absolutely lovely. It's like that sense of partnership. It's that sense of meeting, you know, face to face, not being on different pages. This could also be a new person that comes into your life. If you're thinking about the person before, you're thinking, oh no, God, I don't want to see him or her. This could be like a brand new person. because the Hierophant has just come up here, and this is conventional living. This is like marriage and things like that, but I'm not seeing marriage like definite. And actually, as I said that, it was 10-10, so that's endings and something which would link to the Death card. But the Hierophant is really, really nice. It's conventional living or normal living, whatever normal is for you, basically. But it's very spiritual, and it's almost like you'll be glad when things come around a second time if they're meant to be for you, because you found yourself so much more. You're not this like in this nervous, anxious state of how things are going to turn out. You're not in this like fear state almost about, you know, speaking your truth or saying what you want, because you're being the Empress. She's like, she's not going to sit there and go, I'm not going to say that to that person just in case I don't like it. It's what it is. It's like your mind seems to get so much more plumage and beautiful kind of branches off from that, and from those branches opportunity comes. The Lovers also came out also, so if you're dealing with a Gemini, this could be you. So it's very, very evident that self-love comes first. From removing yourself from a situation you've had to remove yourself from, you grow from that, and from growing from that, what's meant to be that may have been put on hold. How the universe works is this. It's like, if you're meant to be with somebody, you will be. However, if you lose yourself or overthink, over process, or stop what you're doing naturally, if you're meant to write a book, for example, but you don't because you're spending too much time figuring out this person or being anxious, the universe will take that situation away, where you have no other choice but to work on yourself. So you start to put the wheels in motion again for your own self-worth, your own path, your own karmic path, and then the universe goes, okay, you can have it back now, because then you've built from yourself. Does that make any sense? I hope it does, because there's very strong cards here of a relationship that's looks like it's coming back in from maybe sort of choppy waters, or just like, or a distance. But it's good that you're working yourself. I'm just going to pick another one. But the Lovers is lovely. And also it can mean a choice. So you might find you've had to make a choice. Oops. There you go. So you've got Temperance coming up. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana coming up here. Temperance, okay, so it's filling the cup of self-love. Temperance, I really like Temperance, because it's just like, it's all about the intuition. It's all about just knowing, having that, even though you might find that the opportunities and situations that you might find yourself in, although exciting, it's something that's going to make you go out of your comfort zone slightly. And Temperance is the one to do that. She does it. She goes out of her comfort zone because she goes with her intuition. She goes with her heart chakra, and she goes with her third eye. But she's not pouring the cup for anybody else. She's doing it for herself. So it's for her own self-worth, her own path. And this would be you. So you're on this wonderful spiritual journey, but it's just like something's been paused in order to come back in, but it's now the self-work is for you first, and then all this love stuff is going to come in also. So whether or not that's somebody you've been dealing with, or somebody that's brand new that's on its way, it's all good. It's really, really wonderful. So keep doing what you're doing. With the full moon, I will be doing that. I will be writing a lot more, or probably doing a video about that on Friday. I think it's about 7:20 in the evening, the full moon in Cancer. And there's going to be an eclipse also. My class on Tuesday is about the waxing gibbous in Gemini. So that's, if you're interested in that, let me know. But until then, it's lovely to speak to you, and I will speak to you very, very soon.